Ladies and gentlemen, we all have dreams, goals, and aspirations. But the question is, are we willing to put in the hard work required to achieve them? Life isn't a passive journey. It's an active one that demands effort, commitment, and resilience. Every successful person you see around you, no matter their background or circumstances, has invested in themselves relentlessly. They didn't wait for opportunities to fall into their laps. Instead, they created opportunities by continuously working on themselves. The most important thing you can do in life is to invest in yourself, because when you do, you unlock the door to your true potential. Growth is a journey that never ends. It's easy to think that once you've reached a certain point in your life, you've achieved everything you need to achieve. But if you believe that, you'll quickly realize how limiting that mindset can be. The truth is, growth doesn't stop just because you've reached a goal. It's about constantly pushing yourself to be better than you were yesterday. Every day you are given an opportunity to improve. That means you can never stop learning. Whether it's through reading, practicing, reflecting, or exploring new experiences, the process of growth is one that continues throughout your entire life. You see, when you invest in your growth, you unlock an endless well of potential. You're not just focusing on what you can do today or tomorrow, but on everything you could possibly be. Each day brings a new chance to become a better version of yourself. And if you embrace that idea, you'll find that every setback, every failure, every challenge becomes a lesson that drives your progress. Growth is about learning from your mistakes, overcoming obstacles, and pushing past your comfort zone. The more you grow, the more you'll understand that life isn't about waiting for opportunities, but creating them through your dedication to constant improvement. The world changes fast, and so should you. If you want to stay relevant, you need to evolve with it. That's why growth is a continuous process. It's about adapting to new circumstances, acquiring new knowledge, and staying open to new ideas. The more you learn and grow, the more equipped you become to handle life's challenges. You'll see that the obstacles that once seemed impossible are now just another part of your journey, because you've built the skills, mindset, and resilience needed to face them head-on. It's easy to get comfortable when you achieve a certain level of success, but the danger of comfort is that it can lead to stagnation. Complacency is the enemy of growth. If you don't make a conscious effort to keep learning, to keep challenging yourself, you'll find yourself falling behind. Remember, growth isn't a destination. It's a continuous cycle that you should embrace wholeheartedly. So make it a priority to invest in your growth every single day. Whether it's reading a book, taking a course, learning a new skill, or even just reflecting on your personal experiences, make sure you're constantly evolving. The more you invest in your growth, the more your future will unfold in ways you can't even imagine. The idea of learning consistently every day may seem simple on the surface, but its power lies in its gradual and cumulative effects. At first, you may not notice any significant changes or improvements. You might feel like your efforts are going unnoticed, and the results are not as quick or dramatic as you'd expect. However, the impact of this consistent learning becomes more profound over time. Just like small drops of water carve out canyons, small daily efforts in learning build up, and eventually you begin to see the results. In fact, consistency in learning is what sets apart those who succeed from those who merely dream of success. At its core, daily learning is about building a habit that over time transforms your thinking. Each day of learning adds a new layer to your mental foundation. In the beginning, these layers might seem thin and insignificant. However, over time, the accumulation of these small learning moments builds a deep and sturdy foundation. Imagine laying bricks to build a house. Each brick may seem small and insignificant on its own, but as you continue adding them, a strong structure begins to take shape. Similarly, Daily learning provides you with the knowledge and skills needed to build a more resilient, capable, and successful version of yourself. In a world that is constantly evolving, the ability to keep learning ensures that you remain relevant and adaptable. We live in a time where information is changing at an unprecedented rate and industries are shifting rapidly. The only way to keep pace with these changes is through continuous learning. Those who stop learning or fail to keep up with new developments risk falling behind. By committing to daily learning, you keep yourself on the cutting edge, constantly adapting to the evolving landscape. The more knowledge you acquire, the more you're able to adjust and pivot when needed, keeping yourself ahead of the curve. Consistency in learning also sharpens your ability to solve problems. Every time you learn something new, you are not just acquiring facts, you are honing your critical thinking skill. You begin to view challenges from different perspectives and approach problems with a mindset of curiosity and creativity. The more you expose yourself to different areas of knowledge, the more you expand your problem-solving toolkit. This makes you more resourceful and innovative when faced with obstacles. It's not just about having the right answer, it's about being able to think critically, analyze the situation, and apply what you know to find the best possible solution. As you continue to learn every day, you begin to experience an increased sense of confidence. This confidence comes not from knowing everything, but from knowing that you have the tools to learn whatever you need to succeed. You become more self-assured in your ability to face challenges head-on, knowing that each bit of knowledge you gain adds to your personal growth. The more you learn, the more you realize your potential to solve complex problems, make better decisions, and take on challenges with clarity and determination. This growing confidence then propels you forward, motivating you to continue learning and grow. One of the key benefits of daily learning is that it fosters resilience. Life will always throw curveballs your way, but by committing to learning consistently, you build the mental and emotional strength to deal with adversity. As you gain more knowledge, you learn how to deal with failure, setbacks, and challenges in a more constructive manner. You begin to see failures as opportunities for growth, rather than as roadblocks. Daily learning teaches you that setbacks are not the end of the road, but part of the journey. It teaches you that persistence, adaptability, and the willingness to keep learning will help you overcome any obstacle. The beauty of consistent learning is that it can be done in small, manageable steps. You don't need to commit hours every day to learning something new. Even dedicating just a few minutes each day can lead to significant progress over time. You can start by reading a few pages of a book, listening to a podcast, watching a short tutorial, or reflecting on a new concept. These small actions add up over time, creating a ripple effect that leads to greater personal and professional growth. The key is to stay committed and make learning a daily habit, no matter how small the effort may seem in the moment. The power of daily learning lies in its consistency. While the results may not always be immediately visible, the impact is profound when compounded over time. By committing to learning every day, you are building a better version of yourself. You are developing the skills, mindset, and resilience needed to navigate an ever-changing world. So embrace the process, keep learning, and trust that the cumulative effect of your daily efforts will pay off in ways you never imagined. Education is a tool that not only shapes the mind, but also empowers you to navigate through life's challenges with ease and confidence. Life will always present obstacles, whether they are personal, professional, or emotional, but when you invest in educating yourself every day, you develop the tools you need to confront these challenges head-on. Knowledge isn't just about facts. It's about how those facts are used to make informed decisions, solve problems, and achieve goals. The more you learn, the more empowered you become, and the better equipped you are to tackle whatever comes your way. The first step in embracing the power of education is recognizing that knowledge opens up possibilities. When you educate yourself consistently, you gain access to new ideas and solutions that may not have been apparent before. You start to see the world in a different light. Problems that once seemed daunting become more manageable because you have a broader perspective. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a challenge, you feel empowered to take action and find the best path forward. Education helps you break free from the constraints of limited thinking and exposes you to opportunities that you might otherwise overlook. It gives you the mental flexibility to consider different approaches and the wisdom to choose the best one. Furthermore, education encourages critical thinking. It teaches you how to analyze situations, question assumptions, and evaluate evidence. In a world that is often filled with noise and confusion, the ability to think critically is more important than ever. When you have the tools to analyze information objectively, you are better equipped to make decisions that are in your best interest. Education helps you filter out misinformation and enables you to form your own opinions based on facts rather than being swayed by others. This ability to think critically doesn't just apply to intellectual matters. It extends to all areas of life, including relationships, work, and personal development. The more you educate yourself, the more resilient your knowledge builds mental and emotional strength, because it teaches you to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Rather than feeling defeated when things don't go as planned, you begin to see setbacks as learning experience. You become less likely to give up when faced with difficulty, because you trust in your ability to adapt and overcome. Education gives you the confidence to handle uncertainty, because it broadens your capacity to problem solve. With each new skill or piece of knowledge you gain, you develop a greater sense of self-reliance, knowing that you are capable of navigating through tough situations. Another powerful benefit of education is its ability to help you become more adaptable in an ever-changing world. The pace of change in today's world is staggering. Technology, social norms, and industries evolve at such a rapid rate that it's easy to feel left behind. But by making learning a daily habit, you ensure that you are always prepared for what comes next. Whether you are learning about new advancements in your field or gaining a deeper understanding of emerging trends, education helps you stay relevant. It teaches you how to embrace change and adapt to new circumstances. With a mindset of continuous learning, you no longer fear change. Instead, you see it as an exciting opportunity to apply new knowledge and grow. In addition to adaptability, education also fosters innovation. When you expose yourself to new ideas and experiences, you open up your mind to creative solutions. The more you learn, the more you begin to connect the dots between different concepts and fields. This ability to synthesize information from various sources allows you to think outside the box and come up with innovative ideas that can drive progress. Whether it's coming up with new strategies for your business or solving problems in a unique way, education gives you the intellectual tools to innovate and stay ahead of the curve. Education also strengthens your emotional intelligence. It helps you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and gives you the ability to manage them in healthy ways. By learning about different perspectives, you become more empathetic and open-minded. Education teaches you how to communicate more effectively, work collaboratively, and resolve conflicts peacefully. These interpersonal skills are invaluable in both your personal and professional life. When you understand the importance of emotional intelligence, you become better at building relationships, leading teams, and fostering a positive environment wherever you go. Ultimately, education empowers you to take control of your life. It gives you the knowledge and skills to pursue your passions, achieve your goals, and live a fulfilling life. With each step you take in your education, you are building the foundation for success. Whether you are learning to develop new skills, gain insights into the world around you, or deepen your understanding of yourself, education is the key to unlocking your potential. By committing to learn something new every day, you are investing in a brighter, more empowered future. Every book, podcast, or conversation you engage in is an opportunity to learn and grow. It's easy to think that learning only happens in formal settings like classrooms or universities, but the truth is, learning can and should happen everywhere. Life itself is a classroom, and every experience is an opportunity to absorb knowledge. Every interaction you have with someone can teach you something new, whether it's a lesson in human behavior, a new perspective on an issue, or a piece of advice that can help you solve a problem. Education is not limited to textbooks. It is all around you, and every day you are presented with chances to learn, if you choose to take them. Books, for example, are one of the most accessible and powerful resources for self-education. When you open a book, you're gaining access to the experiences, knowledge, and ideas of others who have already walked the path you're on, or who have explored areas you're interested in. Whether it's a biography, a self-help book, or even fiction, every book offers something of value. Books allow you to see the world through the eyes of someone else, expanding your understanding of different cultures, beliefs, and ways of thinking. But beyond knowledge, books also encourage critical thinking. They challenge you to reflect, analyze, and question what you read, which in turn sharpens your ability to think deeply and critically. It's not just about reading the words on the page, it's about engaging with them, questioning them, and applying them to your own life. Podcasts and audiobooks are also excellent tools for learning. They offer the same benefits as books, but with the added convenience of being able to consume them while on the go. Whether you're driving, exercising, or doing household chores, you can listen to a podcast or audiobook and gain new insights, ideas, and information without having to dedicate specific time to reading. Podcasts in particular offer a unique opportunity to learn from experts and thought leaders in virtually every field imaginable. Listening to a podcast on business, health, personal development, or any other subject not only helps you expand your knowledge, but also gives you real-world insights from people who are actively working in those fields. Podcasts bring learning to life in a way that feels dynamic and engaging, helping you absorb information through conversation, interviews, and storytelling. Then there's the value of conversations themselves. One of the most powerful ways to learn is by engaging with others. Every person you meet brings a unique perspective, and in their words and experiences, you can find insights that you might never have encountered on your own. Conversations can be deeply transformative, whether they happen in a casual setting or during more formal discussion. Through conversation, you can learn about different cultures, gain new insights into your own challenges, and receive advice that can help you navigate the complexities of life. Every person has something to teach you, even if you don't realize it at the time. The key is to be open to what others have to offer and to engage actively, asking questions and sharing ideas. A simple conversation can spark a new idea, offer a solution to a problem you're facing, or provide a fresh perspective that changes the way you see the world. Another way to learn is through reflection. Life is full of experiences, both positive and negative, and each of them carries valuable lessons. When you take the time to reflect on your experiences, you unlock the opportunity to learn from them. Reflection allows you to analyze what worked, what didn't, and what you can do differently next time. It's through reflection that you turn ordinary experiences into profound learning opportunities. Whether it's a failure or a success, reflecting on it allows you to gain insights that you can apply in the future. Reflecting on mistakes helps you avoid repeating them, while reflecting on successes helps you understand what you did right and how you can replicate that in other areas of your life. Learning doesn't have to be formal or rigid. It happens when you're open to new ideas, willing to listen, and actively seeking out opportunities to grow. The world is full of resources waiting to be tapped into, and it's up to you to find them. Whether it's through books, podcasts, conversations, or reflection, there is always something new to learn. By embracing learning in all its forms, you are expanding your mind and your potential, and you are laying the foundation for a life full of growth, knowledge, and success. The best part is that the opportunities for learning are limitless, and they're available to you every day. It's a matter of choosing to engage with them and make the most of them wherever you are. The most successful people in the world are not those with the best luck or the most resources. They are the ones who continually educate themselves. They understand that learning is the gateway to growth, both personally and professionally. When you educate yourself every day, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. You start to see things differently, you begin to think differently, and most importantly, you become more adaptable to the challenges that life throws your way. Education is not just about gaining knowledge, it's about developing the mindset that will keep you moving forward, even when things get tough. The beauty of educating yourself every day is that it's not bound by age, time, or circumstance. You can start at any point in your life, and you don't need any special qualifications or resources to begin. All you need is the desire to learn and the discipline to do it consistently. It could be a few pages of a book every morning, a podcast on your way to work, or dedicating time to a new skill in the evenings. Little by little, these efforts compound and you will find yourself transforming in ways you never thought possible. Education doesn't just teach you facts and figures, it teaches you how to think critically, how to solve problems, and how to navigate the complexities of life. It provides you with the tools to make informed decisions and empowers you to take action. Successful people are not necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They are the ones who are constantly learning, growing, and adapting. They understand that knowledge is power and that every day is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more capable. This constant education helps you develop the mental and emotional resilience to face life's challenges with a positive, proactive mindset. When you make learning a daily habit, you start to develop an appetite for knowledge. The more you learn, the more you realize how much there is to discover. Every new piece of information you gain leads to new questions and new areas of exploration. Education sparks curiosity, and this curiosity is what drives you to keep seeking, keep growing, and keep pushing forward. It's easy to become complacent or stagnant, but daily education forces you to keep evolving. You begin to see the world as a place full of endless learning opportunities, and you no longer wait for things to come to you. You actively seek knowledge and growth. The key to success is not just in learning, but in applying that knowledge. You can read books, attend seminars, or watch educational videos. But the real value comes when you put what you've learned into practice. Education teaches you the theory, but action brings that theory to life. Every time you apply what you've learned, you reinforce your understanding and take another step toward mastery. The more you apply your knowledge, the more skilled you become. The more skilled you become, the more capable you are of navigating the complexities of your personal and professional life. When you constantly educate yourself, you become more adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and the challenges you face today may be entirely different from those you face tomorrow. But with a broad base of knowledge and the ability to learn quickly, you will find that you can handle anything that comes your way. The world is constantly evolving, and those who don't continue to learn will inevitably be left behind. By making education a daily practice, you ensure that you stay relevant, engaged, and ahead of the curve. Additionally, learning every day provides you with the mental flexibility to pivot when needed. You may start on one path, but as new information becomes available or as your circumstances change, you'll be able to adapt and adjust your approach. This ability to pivot is one of the most important skills you can develop. Education prepares you for the unexpected, equipping you with the mental and emotional tools to handle whatever life throws at you. Ultimately, success is not about how much you know, but how much you are willing to learn. The most successful people are those who recognize that learning is a lifelong pursuit. They understand that there is always more to discover, and they remain open to new ideas, new experiences, and new opportunities. By committing to learning every day, you create a mindset that is focused on growth, resilience, and adaptability. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to grow, and to move closer to your goals. And with every piece of knowledge you gain, you become more equipped to tackle whatever challenges lie ahead. When you commit to educating yourself every day, you open yourself up to a world of opportunities that would otherwise remain closed. Every day brings a new chance to discover something that could change the way you think, act, or approach the world. Education is not just about acquiring facts or learning information. It's about developing a mindset that makes you open to new experiences, ideas, and perspectives. The more you educate yourself, the more you begin to see the world through a different lens. You start to notice patterns, connections, and possibilities that you may have missed before. This shift in perspective allows you to adapt more easily to the changes that life throws at you. The world is constantly evolving, and so must you. The landscape of almost every industry and profession is in a state of flux. New technologies are introduced, new ways of thinking emerge, and the expectations of the world around you continue to shift. If you don't educate yourself every day, you risk becoming irrelevant. It's easy to become comfortable with what you know and fall into a routine. But the world doesn't stand still. The ability to stay relevant in this ever-changing world depends on your willingness to learn and grow. When you take the time to educate yourself, you position yourself to thrive in a world that never stops moving. Education doesn't just help you keep up with change,